Good morning, everyone. I am at St. Alphonsus in Baltimore. And I was just at the Basilica before this. It's a couple blocks away. And that is plain compared to this. It's kind of surprising that that was a basilica. But this is fancier. I mean, look at that ceiling. I've already been to Lexington Market, so I have done that. And apparently the whole downtown area, or a lot of it, had some kind of pipe explosion yesterday and they lost power. So power is just coming back on for a lot of these places, but luckily the church is one of them. So I'm in a central area here. I'm close to the Peabody Library. But they have a bunch of monuments here. The big one is for Washington. There's also one for Lafayette. That might be who's there. I can't see. Yes, it says Lafayette. There's one more and I can't remember what it is. I'll look it up. So I looked up the other one. It's for Dubois. It's a military courage monument. So I'm gonna see if I can find that one. These two are right here. You can see, go like this. It actually does say George Washington, given by the state of Maryland. And then I did not have this church over here on my list, but I think I may go over there and see if I can go in. It looks spectacular from the outside. So this is Mount Vernon Place Methodist. Look at that, it's spectacular. And I looked at their website and I can't tell from what it says if you're just allowed to go in. So I'm just gonna try the doors, see what happens. But the outside is too fabulous not to try. So the park that's in the center is Mount Vernon Square Park, if I remember right. And all around it, there's the statues and all of that, of course, but all around it are these old buildings and they just look gorgeous. I love these street lamps. There's another statue. And I'm at this angle for the church. I did try the doors. They were not open. There was even a doorbell. I rang that, nobody came. So pretty sure they're closed. They're not there. But this is remind me a little bit of Providence. That what I liked the most was the architecture. I am inside the Peabody Library now. It's part of Johns Hopkins. And there is an exhibit going on about Gertrude Stein, which I didn't know about. And I've read some of her work. So, kind of a fun, unexpected thing. Lunch, great meal finally, and now I'm off exploring Inner Harbor. There is a Coast Guard ship docked here. That's the National Aquarium over there, and I had looked into going, but it's $50 for one person. And I knew I'd only be able to spend an hour or two, so I just couldn't justify the money, but now I can say I've seen the outside of it. This is still the Inner Harbor area, and this is 7 Foot Knoll, K-N-O-L-L, 7 Foot Knoll Lighthouse, and I thought maybe I'd be able to try to climb it, but it is blocked off, so you aren't even allowed to go up there on the deck. and look out over the water, but still pretty cool to see. I did have it on my list, so I'm glad that I found it and can check that off. And still lovely views of the water. That's always good. I hopped on one of the free circulator buses that they have, Green Line, and I came over to Fels Point, which is, I think, the oldest neighborhood in Baltimore, if not the oldest, one of the oldest. You can kind of tell by looking at these buildings. Look at these houses and apartments in there, I'm sure. I just love the look of it. It actually, this part doesn't remind me of Providence. It actually reminds me of the older parts of Philly when I see buildings that look like this, and I love it. Even have cobblestone streets here. All right, I am back at my hotel now. I picked up my bag and I'm just sitting here waiting until it's time for me to go to the airport. But I wanted to show you some things I picked up today. I had this map. It was actually here in my hotel, but it's for DC, so I thought, why not just grab it? And I can see if maybe I'll use it later. And then this is from that Gertrude Stein exhibit that ended up being at the Peabody Library that I did not expect, but it's quite thick. I don't think I will use a ton of what's in here, but maybe just some info, some of the photos I could cut out and use, or maybe even just this. It's probably a little too wide because I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a Life Crafted album, so this would be too wide, but you never know, so I'm going to keep it. And then I have this visitor's guide. Now, this could also end up being the same one that I've already ordered that just didn't show up yet. And if that's the case, oh well, then I have two, no big deal. Also, I have to apologize for the music playing in the background. It's just in the lobby of the hotel. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. So I have all of these, and then I have this little bag tag here because I left my bag with the hotel while I was out and about, and they had this attached to it, and I thought maybe I can make a fun embellishment out of it or something. So I have that as well. But otherwise, that's kind of it for my scrap stuff. I didn't get a huge amount on this trip, but that's okay. It's a short trip. It'll be fine. I have plenty of photos, and let me tell you, I was out this morning today from about 8:30 till about 4:30, so I did a lot, more than I intended, and there was only one thing I wasn't able to do because of the power outage that happened. So it evened out, so I'm quite pleased with what I got done today, but I am tired, and I'm ready to just like chill and go off to the airport. So I'm gonna say bye for now, and you know what? I probably won't do anything at the airport either, so I'll just say bye for now. Thanks for watching.